Hi, I'm Emily. I'm a minimalist, but I'm also a realist. Today I'm going to talk about 10 things that I no longer buy as a minimalist. There may be some common things that you've seen people have on this list that aren't on mine, and that is simply because I'm a realist. And these things, if I buy them again, they won't add any value to my life, whereas something else on somebody else's list might add value to my life. So I'm just going to go straight into it. There's 10 things. Let's go. Number 1 on the list is notepads. Now, notepads are really useful, and you may think that it's odd to have it on a list of something I'm no longer buying. But the reason is because over the years I've accumulated hundreds of notepads. I have decluttered quite a few of them. However, I have held on to a number of them as well. Once they're used up, I won't be repurchasing them. I found that nice ones, expensive notepads, I only ever tended to write in a couple of pages anyway, so they weren't really useful to me. I use the notes section on my phone a lot these days, and I find that is so much more easy because you have it in your hand when you're out shopping or looking for something, you need a link to something. It's really easy to just pop it in your notes instead of using a physical notepad. Number 2 is costume jewellery. I love jewellery and I wear jewellery every day. I have a number of necklaces that I wear every single day. I wear them to sleep in, I never take them off, and I also have a number of rings as well. They're all sterling silver or gold, the pieces that I wear every day. And I'm not the kind of person to wear a costume jewellery piece simply because I'll forget to put it on, or I'll forget to take it off and end up with a green finger or a green neck, and that's just something that I do not enjoy. So I won't be buying any costume jewellery ever again. And also, I often find that it smells like pennies, and that's not something I enjoy either. Number 3 is makeup wipes. We all know by now that makeup wipes are bad for the environment, don't wash your face properly. The list is endless of why they're the spawn of the devil. I occasionally have been known to use them after a night out, but for everyday use, they're just not necessary. Instead, I use reusable cloths made out of bamboo or face halos. They're really easy, you can wash and reuse. There's no need for makeup wipes anymore. Number 4 is paper towels. In England, we don't have as close a relationship with paper towels as the US does. However, if you go into any kitchen in the UK, you will still see a roll of paper towels, except for mine. I only use a sponge to wipe down or a little cloth to wipe down my surfaces. I haven't bought a roll of kitchen roll or paper towels in years, and I don't intend on doing so in the future. Number 5 is seasonal furnishings. So this is cushions, blankets, artwork, little pieces of decor. They sit in your loft or your cupboard for 11 months of the year, and then you get them out for 1 month. It just seems a waste. I have a number of little items that I've collected over the years, and that's enough, and I don't buy any more. Don't get me wrong, I love Christmas and all seasonal decor. I think it's adorable, and I could spend an hour in HomeSense on a weekend, but I just don't see the need for it in my own house. And you may say, Emily, that's boring. Brighten up your house throughout the year with a little bit of festive or something for Easter or something for Valentine's Day. But the way I bring the seasons in is obviously using existing pieces that I love, and also with plants and bringing nature indoors. I also love being creative, and so I'll often paint something for a season and then paint over it for the next season. So number 6 is candles or wax melts. You may have seen in my previous video, I have 2 cats and they're my little furry children. In fact, one is behind the camera right now. But with a lot of cheaper candles, you find that the chemicals released when burning them are quite dangerous for animals. And this is the same with wax melts as well. Again, I do love candles and I love the smell that they give off, but it's more dusting, it could be dangerous for the cats, it's just not worth it for me to bring any more into my life. Now that doesn't mean I don't have any. I love the White Company winter scent and I have a couple of Anthropology candles, but I don't generally burn them that often or for that long. And once they're gone, I won't feel the need to replace them. Number 7 is excess bedding. This is a bit of a weird one because people vary wildly in how many bedding sets they have. Some people collect bedding like it's going out of fashion, one for every week, and some people have just one set that they wash over and over again. And I'm somewhere in the middle. I have a couple of sets for each season. So we have a brushed cotton set on right now. We have 2 of those, and then we have some lighter versions as well, just a light cotton. All my bedding sets are fairly neutral. This one's just grey with white stars on, and I don't find that we need more than we have. I also think that trend bedding sets are a bit of a waste because once the trend is over, you'll want to get rid of all of this material that you didn't need. In future, I would actually quite like to narrow down my bedding sets even more. I just find that they take up so much space. That and towels as well, they just take up so much space in the cupboard. Number 8 is a biggie, and that is impulse fashion purchases. And I have been doing this for about 2 years. Instead of impulsively saying, yes, I want that now, I must have it, buy, as you can do so easily on Amazon and ASOS these days. You don't even have to pop in your card details or your PayPal details. Instead, I wait a couple of days, think, do I really want this? Do I need it? Will it add value to my life? And if so, after those few days, I'll buy it then. I've not found that I've missed out on anything that I really wanted. In fact, quite the opposite. I've stopped myself from purchasing things that I realised I definitely didn't want. So that's definitely one thing I would recommend for you to take away from this. Don't do impulse purchasing anymore. Next on the list at number 9 is perfumes. So I have quite a few perfumes. I used to collect them many years ago, and I do love the shape of perfume bottles. However, I have enough now, and I don't need to be purchasing any more for the foreseeable. I've not bought a perfume in around 2 years, and I don't think I'll be buying a perfume anytime soon. Many of my perfumes are still close to full and will probably last me another 5-10 years, to be honest, as long as they don't go off. As you can tell, I don't wear them that often, especially over the last year, which again we won't talk about. However, I do like it for special occasions, and that's why I won't be decluttering them, and instead I'll just be using them up. And finally, number 10 is nail varnish. I had my first manicure about a year ago, and it lasted about 2 months on my nails. I think I must have magic nails. I think it's a real treat to be able to go and get your nails done. But apart from that, I generally have bare nails or a very simple polish on. I have a small collection of nail polish, but I know I don't need to add to it. And to be honest, nail varnish wasn't a thing that I ever bought myself that much, but it was something that was gifted to me often. And so I had a large collection which I decluttered down to a smaller collection, and those are the ones that I like using, and I can't see myself buying any others for the foreseeable future. Nail varnish takes ages to run out as well, so it's not like I actually need more nail polish. Even if I hated my nails bare, I'd probably have enough to last me for 3 years painting them every week. That is 10 things that I no longer buy and I won't be buying going forward. I hope this gave you some inspiration for things that you may not need to buy in the future, or just to have a think about the things that you do buy and how often you're buying them and if you really need to. I'd love it if you gave this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe below for more videos on minimalism in a realistic way.